Hello, welcome to day 2 of Maddie's party. Hopefully I've got a bit more lighting in here so the video may be better. It still looks like I have a black eye. I'm not sure why that is. But anyways, hopefully the quality's a little bit better. I'm not sure what else to do. Anyways, today, we are going to have a chat about sizing and applying your wraps. So first thing first is hopefully you've read that seen that little diagram I posted up about getting the right fit for your wrap. So you don't want your wrap to go all the way to your cuticles. You want there to be a gap between your cuticle and your wrap. That way you're going to get the best adhesive, so your wrap's just going to stick the best, basically what I'm trying to say. Okay, so I want to show you how to apply wraps, but I've already got my Damacure on, so I'm going to do all the steps bar actually put them on. So like I said, you're going to have the sliver of wrap either side. What you're going to do is, if you've got your samples, you're just going to cut your sample or your wrap off, and you're just going to cut it in half. So you can see that's half a wrap there. Now the curved bit here is the bit that's going to go where your cuticle is. So it's going to go down like that. Now, hopefully you've all prepped your nails again. Obviously yesterday I showed you how to prep them, so you need to prep them just before you apply them. If you are applying over acrylics or nail polish, or even if you're applying over other wraps, you still need to give them a buff, just a light buff with a buffer, and give them a wipe with an alcohol wipe or with the vinegar like I mentioned. Okay, so find a wrap that fits perfectly to your nail. So you don't want too much gap and you don't want to have no gap. So find the right fit, and then what you're going to do after you've done all of your nail prep is you can choose what you use. Sometimes I use my scissors, or you can use your cuticle pusher, and you're just going to get the wrap off of the backing. Now it's harder to do on the samples, it's harder to do when it's a little tiny piece, but if it's on your actual big sheet of wraps it's a bit easier. So I've just got my wrap here stuck to my cuticle pusher, and then we're just going to heat it. So you can hear my heater, Danbury mini heater, super quiet. You can use your hairdryer, which is awesome because you don't have to go out and buy the heater. Obviously the hairdryer is a lot more powerful and a lot more noisy. The heater is very convenient, it just stands by itself on this little stand, and you're just going to heat it just for a few seconds, and you'll notice now that my wrap is soft and flimsy. It's really flimsy. So you're going to heat it, and then you're just going to stick it on lightly just onto your nail. So let's just pretend I'll apply it to my spoon pusher. And then you're going to pull your stick away, and then we're just going to press. We're just going to press it straight up the middle, and then we're going to press to one side and press to the other side, getting rid of any bumps. So you're getting a nice smooth finish. You're not applying too close to the bottom. You want to have a tiny bit of a gap there as well, so that it's not touching any of your skin. You don't want to touch the back of your wrap because that'll put oils from your fingers onto the adhesive side of the wrap, and then the wrap won't stick. Okay, so once you've done that, so you've heated and you've pressed, you also get your pusher and just really give a really good seal all around the edges, and also you've got the bit hanging over the top. You're just going to pull that over the edge of your nail. Now, an unofficial I'll get to that later actually. So while you need to wait for that to cool. We don't trim our wraps when they're hot. We need to wait for them to cool. So while that's cooling, I'll tell you a little bit about myself. Well, I've never really been into nails much. I've always had nice nails, but hopeless at applying nail polish, and it never lasted, so I never really worried about it. But when I saw this new thing called Jamboree coming to Australia, I thought it sounded pretty cool, so I looked into it and tried the samples and thought, I could do this. So yeah, you don't have to be a really girly girl or wear fancy nails all the time, although I always do now, to sell Jamboree. Anyway, so say you've got your wrap on your nail. Let's just flip this over so we'll pretend that. Okay, so and you've got your extra bit that hangs over the top like that. So what you're going to do is I normally, once it's cooled, I normally just trim the excess off. So the majority of the flappy bit off. That's the official term, is the flappy bit. Now I'm just going to get my nail file, and we're just going to file at 90 degrees. So we're just going to file our nail just like that. And that's basically just cutting off the wrap. So just like that on your nail. Down, down, down. I'm not going sideways. I'm not going up and down. We're just going down, down, down. And that's just cutting off that excess wrap and giving you a nice finish. If when you've done that, it feels a little bit rough, you can just get your buffer and you can just give you a little bit of a buff to smooth the edges. And then what you need to do is you need to heat one more time. So apply heat from your hairdryer or your heater, and then you're just going to get your cuticle pusher and you're just going to apply the pressure again. Now, this is what I was going to say before. An unofficial Jamboree method, which I always do, is called the bagging method. So I just get, you can see my well-loved Ziploc bag. I just get a Ziploc bag, and then you're just going to pull it tight over your nail like that. And then you're just going to heat with your hairdryer or your heater. And that just gives it a good zap of specific heat. And especially if you ended up with wrinkles in the tips, that gets all of those wrinkles out, so you get a beautiful, nice finish. And that's it. That's as easy as it is. So anyone got any questions about application? It's pretty simple. So the next thing I wanted to tell you about, obviously you've got your other half then, so then you do your other half on the other hand. Next thing I want to tell you about is the True Shine gel system. Now I put gel over all of my nail wraps because I love the glossy finish. I love the feel of it, and I love that it makes my wraps last even longer. Now our gel system is basically just like shellac, as far as I'm aware. Like I said, I'm not hugely into nails, so I don't know all of that hoo-ha stuff. But it's so easy to do. So I just put a clear coat of base on top, just a thin coat, and then we have our little LED lamp. So it's LED, so it's safer than the UV. I do base coat on all of these 4 fingers, pop it in there, press the button, and the light comes on. Takes about 45 seconds, I think. I never time it because the light just turns off by itself when it's done. And then I do top coat, cure it, wait for the light to go off, and then I get my alcohol wipe and I clean off any sticky residue. And then I do the other hand, and then I do my 2 thumbs at the end. So it is so simple, and it's clear, so if you make a mistake, it doesn't matter, and you can just wipe it off. Actually, you always make sure though, if you are doing the gel system, you always need to cap your tips. But I love the gel system. It is so awesome. It comes also with a colour coat, which is the black cherry. It comes with the cuticle oil, which is essential for keeping your nails nourished. Comes with little remover packets, which are so good for removing your gels. If you're applying gel over wraps, you just remove it the same way you remove wraps. But if you're putting gel directly onto your nails, you need to use the remover packets to get rid of those. It comes with nail prep wipes, a buffer, the purple pusher, plus some orange sticks, and the base and the top coat. So it's a pretty nifty system, and the best thing is if you use your rewards you can get it for half price, so bargain. What else do I have to tell you? Just looking through my notes. We also have gels and lacquers, and all of our gels and lacquers are free of the top 5 harmful chemicals, so carcinogens that can be found in polishes and gels are not found in the Jamboree range. Also, they're gluten-free, which sounds a bit weird, but some people are highly allergic to gluten and can't even have it on their skin. So all of our wraps and lacquers and gels are gluten-free. What else? Tonight's special offer. So if you order tonight, you will get a free pedi pack. So that's enough wraps to do all of your toes for free. Yay! We'll be playing another game tonight, so stay tuned. I hope you win. If you do win, you get an upgrade on tonight's offer. So instead of just one pedi pack, you can choose 2 pedi packs, or a pedi pack and a mini application kit when you place your order. So yay, all good fun. Stay looking in the comments below me so that you can see any diagrams to go with what I've shown you. Please ask questions, and thanks for partying with me. Bye. Gotta find the off switch.